Welcome to the Link in Bio podcast, your one-stop destination for life-changing insights on health, wealth, legal education, relationships, and more. Ready to level up? Let's dive into the knowledge designed to transform your life.
All right, so are you ready to dive into Fiverr? We're talking about figuring out if the real money is in selling on Fiverr or using it for outsourcing.
Yeah, tons of people are curious about that.
And you sent us this guide, Fiverr Money, to unpack, right?
Right.
Think of this deep dive as like our way of cutting through all the, the fluff.
Yeah, get to the meat and potatoes.
The heart of what it really offers, because it does make some pretty bold claims.
It does, it really does. Especially about like revealing those secrets of that Fiverr elite, that top 1%.
Yeah, they're making the big bucks. But first, for anyone listening who maybe isn't super familiar with Fiverr,
Right.
It's basically a huge, massive online marketplace where you can find pretty much any service you can think of.
Oh, I can imagine.
Starting at just $5.
I love that.
We're talking everything: graphic design, writing, voiceovers, marketing, anything you can imagine.
You can think of it.
Someone's probably offering it on Fiverr.
Probably.
But this guide jumps right into what it calls the golden rules for selling on Fiverr.
Okay.
So it frames these as like insider tips to stand out, because it is a very crowded marketplace.
Oh, it is big time. I mean, so many people on there selling stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And the first rule, like one they really hammer home, is always upload a video.
Okay, yeah.
For your gig.
Interesting.
It's interesting because they don't just say have a video.
Right.
They really emphasize personality, engagement.
Yeah.
They even say like mention Fiverr.com in the video directly.
Oh, wow.
For potential SEO benefits, like it might help you rank.
Okay.
They claim this alone can boost sales by 75%.
Interesting. Do you think that's true?
I don't know. What do you think? Is that plausible?
I mean, it makes sense. When you think about it, when you're scrolling through tons of gigs, what's going to make you stop? What's going to catch your eye?
Right.
A static image. Or like a video with a real person talking to you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's like that human connection thing.
Exactly.
You feel like you're getting to know the person a little bit.
Yeah, it's like you're right there with them. You can feel their energy.
But what I thought was interesting is how much they emphasize like performance.
Oh, right.
Even for a $5 gig.
Interesting.
It's almost like they're saying you need to be like a one-man marketing show.
Really?
Just for that Fiverr.
Wow, that's interesting.
And then that brings us to the next rule, which is all about creative and eye-catching titles.
Okay, yeah.
So they actually compare weak titles to strong ones in the guide.
Like, give us some examples.
Yeah, and it's clear they're going for that, like, attention-grabbing factor. So instead of saying something like, I will write a blog post.
Right, which is kind of boring.
They'll say, I will write a killer blog post guaranteed to go viral.
Wow, okay, yeah.
Lots of caps, lots of bolding.
A lot more exciting.
They even suggest adding those time-sensitive phrases like within 24 hours.
Oh, interesting.
To create that like urgency,
Like you got to get it now or you're going to miss out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all psychology.
It is. It's like playing on that psychology of scarcity.
Yeah.
And immediate gratification.
Because, I mean, even at that low price point.
Yeah.
Buyers are still looking for value and reassurance.
Absolutely. And then there's rule number 3, which focuses on custom-made images for your gigs. And the author is really pushing for a polished look, professional.
Interesting.
Even on a platform known for its low prices.
Do you think that's really necessary?
I don't know. It makes you wonder, right? For a $5 gig?
I mean, it goes back to what we were saying before about building trust and standing out, right?
Right.
Buyers want to feel like they're getting something good.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a few bucks.
Yeah.
And a well-designed image?
Yeah.
That can do that for you.
I guess so.
It can convey professionalism.
Yeah.
Attention to detail.
Right.
Which can give you an edge.
Like you never get a second chance to make a first impression kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And speaking of making a good impression, rule number 4 is having a detailed and well-written description for each gig.
Yeah.
And they even say, and I quote, the more words, the better.
Oh, wow. Really? Interesting.
They really stress that, don't they?
Yeah.
It's all about being clear, highlighting benefits, using the right language.
Yeah.
That conveys your expertise.
Right.
It's almost like they want you to write a mini sales letter.
A mini sales letter.
For each gig, even though it's just $5.
Right.
But I guess when you're competing with thousands of other sellers.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Every detail counts.
I guess so.
Right.
Yeah.
And that leads us to rule number 5.
Okay.
Which is basically about finding ways to stand out from the crowd.
Yes, of course.
So they really encourage you to get creative, be unique.
Yeah.
Offer something different, or just really nail those first 4 rules.
Right. So it's like they're saying, yeah, it's crowded, but don't let that stop you.
Right.
There's always room for someone who's got something special.
Right. Or who presents themselves in a really compelling way.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then rule number 6 brings in this concept of multiple streams of income.
Oh, okay.
And they say you should have at least 20 active gigs.
Wow. 20 at once.
At once, going at the same time.
That was a lot.
And they say that helps with your visibility across different categories.
Okay.
Plus, all those little, small, consistent earners can really add up. They actually suggest that by using all 6 of these rules, you can earn between $1,200 and $2,000 per month.
Wow.
Just from selling gigs.
That's pretty impressive.
It is, isn't it?
Is there any proof of that?
They don't really provide, like, hard proof.
Okay.
But the ideas, the principles behind it are pretty sound.
Like what?
Like differentiating yourself, having a good presentation, and volume.
Okay, yeah.
And that kind of wraps up the selling on Fiverr part of the guide.
Okay.
But you were also interested in the outsourcing side of things, weren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Because that's where people are saying the real Fiverr fortunes are made.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Right, yeah.
So that's where it transitions from selling your own skills to leveraging the skills of others.
Interesting. Okay.
Basically, using Fiverr as like a talent pool.
Oh, yeah.
To build your own businesses or resell services at a markup.
Interesting.
And the first method they dive into is all about Twitter and ClickBank.
Twitter and ClickBank. Okay.
So they basically suggest finding a Fiverr seller, offering a service like tweet to my 10,000 followers, and then providing them with your affiliate link from ClickBank.
Okay.
And a pre-written tweet to post.
So you're just paying someone to tweet for you.
Yeah, and they stress that you have to make the tweet sound personal and genuine.
Right, like it's actually coming from you.
Yeah, as if it's coming directly from the account holder.
Right, okay.
They even go so far as to recommend a specific Fiverr seller.
Really?
They claim has a strong track record with this method.
Interesting.
They give you the username and a direct link to their gig.
Oh, wow. They're really endorsing this person.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, are they getting a kickback?
Yeah, it kind of raises some questions about transparency, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like, is there an affiliate relationship?
Yeah, maybe there's something going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, but, okay, what's the next method?
So the next one is Facebook likes arbitrage.
Facebook likes arbitrage.
Yeah. So it's kind of a mouthful.
Okay.
But it basically involves buying cheap likes on Fiverr, creating a website that offers Facebook marketing services, and then reselling those likes at a higher price.
So you're like a middleman.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they actually claim that they personally made $11,000.
$11,000.
Wow. By flipping a website built on this model.
Is that even possible?
I mean, it's a pretty bold claim, right?
Yeah. How do you even verify that?
It's hard to say for sure.
Okay.
But it does kind of show that there's potential.
Yeah.
To leverage Fiverr's low prices for resale.
I guess, but why are people buying likes in the first place?
That's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's that whole fascination with social proof.
Ah, okay.
That perception of popularity, you know?
Yeah, like even if you know they're not real.
Right.
It still makes you look good.
Exactly.
Interesting.
It's like even if you know it's not authentic, there's still that allure to having a ton of likes or followers.
Interesting. So what's next?
So the third method is graphic design video resale.
Okay, that one's a little more straightforward.
Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward.
What is the gist?
You buy low-cost design and video services on Fiverr and then repackage them and resell them to businesses at a markup.
So you're like the agency.
Exactly. Yeah. They suggest charging $150 for graphics and $500 for videos.
Wow.
Which could be a pretty good profit, right?
Yeah, if you can find the clients who are willing to pay that much.
Yeah, that's the key. How do you find those clients?
Yeah.
They don't really talk about that part, do they?
Not really.
That's something to keep in mind.
What's the next one?
Okay, so next up we have YouTube subscription sales.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
It's very similar to the Facebook one.
Okay.
So you buy cheap subscribers on Fiverr, create a website offering YouTube promotion services.
Right.
Then resell those subscribers.
Got it. Okay.
At a profit.
So same basic idea, different platform.
Right.
Yeah.
And They're claiming that this can generate up to $30,000.
$30,000. Come on, that's gotta be.
I know. Another bold claim, right?
Yeah. Are they just making this stuff up?
I don't know. It feels like they're really pushing that get-rich-quick angle.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the last one?
Okay, so the fifth one is a little more creative.
Oh, good.
I have to admit.
Lay it on me.
It's called testimonial agency.
Testimonial agency?
Yeah.
What is that?
So you buy video testimonials from Fiverr sellers.
Okay.
Create a package of testimonials for a specific niche.
Okay.
And then sell that package to businesses.
Interesting.
Who are looking for social proof.
Like testimonials for their websites and stuff.
Exactly.
Wow.
And they actually claim they made $750 profit in 5 days.
Okay.
Working only 1 hour.
Wow. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive if it's true.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a different approach.
It is different from the others, right?
Yeah. Instead of just buying fake engagement.
Yeah.
You're actually using Fiverr's creative talent for something else.
Yeah, in a different way.
Right, okay.
So that's it. That's all 5 of the Fiverr outsourcing methods.
Wow, we covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we did. From the golden rules of selling on Fiverr to these, more entrepreneurial approaches to outsourcing.
Right.
And it's clear this guide has a very specific perspective.
Yeah, like what?
About how to approach Fiverr, with a big emphasis on making as much money as possible.
Right. But it also makes you think about the ethics of it all, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't really talk about transparency or whether these methods will actually work in the long run.
Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Like, is this stuff even ethical?
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation, but we'll get into that more.
Yeah, good.
As we continue our deep dive
good.
into Fiverr money.
Can't wait. Yeah, it's like they're walking this line, between actual business strategies and stuff that's kind of like ethically questionable.
Yeah, it's almost like they're giving you a hack for the system, a way to like game Fiverr for quick profits.
Yeah, exactly. And while some of them are probably fine, the graphic design and video resale, if you do it right, the others are kind of iffy,
Especially ones about buying likes and followers and stuff.
Yeah, is that even ethical?
Like to artificially inflate your numbers like that.
Yeah.
It feels kind of deceptive.
It does make you think about the whole social proof thing.
Yeah.
Like, are we really that obsessed with appearances?
Right.
That we're willing to pay for fake followers?
It's interesting because part of me gets it,
Yeah.
Especially on a platform like Fiverr.
Yeah.
Where everyone's trying to stand out. But it feels like such a shortcut.
It does.
It's like you're bypassing the hard work of actually building a real audience.
And a real reputation.
And what happens if those fake followers disappear?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what if the platform cracks down?
Right.
It could ruin your credibility and hurt the businesses that bought those services. It's like building your business on a foundation of sand.
Yeah.
It looks good at first, but it could all crumble.
Exactly. And the guide doesn't really mention those risks, does it?
No, not really.
It's all about the money. But not so much about the ethics or the long-term consequences.
It's all very get rich quick.
Yeah.
Without really talking about the downside.
It makes you wonder about their real intentions.
I know, right?
Like, are they actually trying to help people?
Yeah.
Or just trying to make a quick buck themselves?
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But I think anyone reading this guide should be careful.
Yeah.
Think critically about what they're saying.
Right.
Question everything and consider the ethics.
Don't just blindly follow the advice.
Exactly.
So for someone who actually wants to use Fiverr to make money the right way, what's the takeaway here?
I think it's all about balance.
Okay.
Fiverr can be a great tool for outsourcing, but you got to do it ethically.
Right.
Be transparent. Build real relationships.
With both buyers and sellers.
Exactly. And remember that real success comes from providing value.
Yeah, not just chasing quick profits.
Exactly. It's about creating something sustainable.
That you can be proud of.
Yeah.
This Fiverr money guide gave us a lot to think about.
It did.
We got a glimpse into this whole world of digital hustling. But it also showed us how important ethics are.
Definitely.
And long-term thinking.
It's a reminder that there's no easy path to success.
Yeah.
You got to put in the work, be dedicated, and stay true to your values.
Right.
So if you're out there exploring Fiverr, whether you're selling or buying, remember to stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't compromise your integrity for a quick buck.
Right.
Build something you can be proud of.
Yes.
Something that actually helps people.
Well said. And with that, we'll wrap up this part of our deep dive into Fiverr money.
Sounds good.
But before we go, we want to leave you with one final thought. The guide focuses so much on individual profit, you know?
Yeah, like personal gain.
Yeah, but what about the bigger picture?
Right.
The impact of platforms like Fiverr on the future of work.
Yeah, like how is this going to change things?
Right, because as more and more jobs become automated and outsourced, what's going to happen to traditional employment?
It's a big question.
It is.
And there's no easy answer.
Yeah, but it's something to think about.
Definitely.
As you navigate this ever-changing digital world.
Yeah, keep learning, keep exploring.
And keep diving deep, and maybe even spark some ideas.
Yeah, for sure.
For future deep dives.
Who knows?
It is an exciting world.
It is.
But kind of scary, too.
Yeah.
But Fiverr can be a really powerful tool.
Yeah.
If you use it the right way.
Right, with careful consideration and ethical practices.
Yeah, well said.
Thanks.
All right, so that wraps up our deep dive into Fiverr money.
It does.
And the world of Fiverr hustling. We hope you found this helpful.
Yeah.
And maybe even a little thought-provoking. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide how you want to use Fiverr and what strategies feel right for you.
Right.
Whether you're trying to make a quick buck or build a lasting business. Always be careful.
Yeah.
Think critically and do what you feel is right.
Yeah. That's the key.
Keep learning, keep exploring,
keep hustling,
and keep diving deep.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Link in Bio podcast. Want to dive deeper into today's topic? Grab your copy now. Just click the link in the description. Stay curious, stay empowered, and we'll see you next time.